Hey, what's up? It's Peter. I'm gonna be doing a quick video on pretty much how to make selections and stuff in in Photoshop. So what the I don't know what happened there, but so go File, New. This doesn't really matter, but one thing you should always do. One thing you should always do when you first get Photoshop is go File. I haven't done this. Go Edit Preferences, General, Performance, then change your history status up to 1000. So pretty much you can like Control Alt Z, which is like to undo 1000 times. I think the default's only 50, so you definitely want to put it to 1000. Because like if you think like if you're shading and you're like clicking like this, like you're get to 50 pretty fast. And you want to be able to whatever. You want to be able to you want to be able to get rid of it all if you don't like it. So in terms of like making a selection, I'll find something to select. Go to logos, or we'll just use Machinima logo. Alright, well, filled with black. Let's pretend that this was like you had the logo like this, but say you want to put it, and we'll draw something. Pretend this is a design or something. I don't know. Just say you have this logo and you want to put it on here, but you don't want the white. Like if you just, like right now, if you were to just drag this onto here, it would have the white, but you just wanted to see the black. So when in like the colors is defined as this, the easiest way to do this is just go up here, click and hold, and then click the magic wand tool. Just click the area you want deleted, white. Just press delete. I will delete that, and then these checkered squares mean that it's deleted. And then you drag it on here, like this. But say you wanted to like select something a little more. A little more defined to put on there. Let me think. Where should I go? F. What should I select? Here we'll select this sign. Alright, so let's say we're ignoring the grass, but let's say we want to put this somewhere. So actually this isn't the best example because it's pretty much all flat edges. Well, actually we'll just use that. Or you can tell I didn't exactly plan this out, but we'll use this as an example right now. So then another thing you can do is first you want to make this, double click and make it a regular layer, because if it's a background you can't. It's just, you should always do that really. And right click up here, polygon lasso tool, and then this lets you just click, and then it makes this line. You don't even have to hold down, it just makes a line. Then you click here, click here, and then I'm not gonna cut out the whole thing. I'll just cut out. So basically, once you finish cutting out the whole thing, you can either go back to the end right here, and when you see this little circle, you click there, or you can just like, if you double click, then it'll just finish automatically, and then from there you can go delete, stuff like that. Then the last thing I'm going to show you, like, what if you wanted to cut out one of these balloons, and it's obviously pretty curved, so this isn't really going to make, you could kind of do it with this, but it's not going to make very much sense. So what you want to do then is go here, click on the pen tool, and you're going to click, so you click here, then we'll try to get this curve right here, so you click and hold, and what you do is you pull this out, and like the angle of this, like turning it this way and this way, like kind of adds, like changes the angle of the curve, and then pulling it farther kind of changes the depth of the curve and like where the curve falls, if you know what I mean. Yeah, it's hard to explain, but it's hard for the first maybe hour at the most when you use it, more like half an hour, but then after that you're pretty much good. And then once you make your line, you're going to release, and then you're going to go here, click Alt, and then go like that, because if you don't do that, then you try to make some weird line, it'll do some weird thing where it tries to like hook both the lines and stuff. Like, you can still use it, but I just prefer to hold Alt and click on the middle thing, and you can continue making it. So I'll just pen this out real quick. See, but right here you see like it's kind of hard to get that. If it's like some curves you can't get in one try because it's just curved a certain way that there's like more than one bend in it. Then you can also make straight lines with this, like just go like this. Yeah. Alright. And so what you can do is you can right click, make selection, and this you can choose to feather it, but that's only, you don't really want to do that if you just want to select it. So you can do that, and then selected. Although another way you can do that, hold on, is you can also go fill path. And you can fill it with, let's say, black. It'll fill it up. You can go right stroke path, or just say a brush. I haven't done that before, so I'm not quite. Don't just be on that. Sometimes, once in a while, like for me, right clicking there doesn't work. So if that doesn't work, what you can do is go to paths, right click, and make selection from there. And then finally, if you want to path something out, like I've done it in a few speed arts. I think I did for like when I did like a graffiti like speed art. The guy sent me a picture of it, and I pathed it out and brought it into Cinema 4D. So if you want to do something like that, once you've made your path with the pen tool, you can go File, Export, then Paths to Illustrator, and that will go to Adobe Illustrator or Cinema 4D. I might as well show you how to open it up in Cinema 4D real quick, although I'm not sure how many people have Cinema 4D. Cinema 4D is a super advanced program, and because like even I don't think there's anyone that knows everything about Cinema 4D. There is so much to it. I mean, you can spend years and years like studying, like going over this, and like you won't even know half of what's in here. It's really that. Cinema 4D paths. Open this. So this is a path I've pathed out for someone. I made an intro for them. It's a pretty nice thing, actually. No, not many people will need to do this, but let's see. Oh yeah, click and hold here. Extrude NURBS. Skull path. Drag it in. Oh, to bring that in, I went File Merge, by the way. Skull path, drag it into the Extrude NURBS. That brings it out. You can change the depth. Then you can go to caps or fill it, cap it on both sides. Change the amount probably down to 4, something like that. And then if I wanted to add lights, I probably would have opened this up in a Lightroom if I was doing an actual project with it, but it's getting pretty advanced because 3D stuff is. And then just make a material real quick. I know I'm not explaining anything. Alright, I might as well explain this. Double click to make a material. Double click on it again to edit it. Right click, double torus is just what I like. Right click reflection, texture for now. Bring it down to 30, 40, 50, something like that. Doesn't really matter. Just globe illumination. This is not going to look good just because I only have, this isn't open in Lightroom or anything, but then just preview render. I'll show you guys what this looks like. I know this is pretty advanced, but I'm just kind of doing it just to let people see how I do some of this stuff. Yeah. So I mean, obviously you could add more lights, and you could add a floor. You could drag. Alright, Control C, Control V. No, I didn't mean to copy the floor. Alright, Control C, Control V. Make this one gray. Drag it onto the floor. And then you have the reflection of it, since you put a reflective material on the floor. Again, this is pretty advanced stuff. I mean, it's not super hard to learn just how to render simple objects out, but 3D gets pretty advanced, which is kind of why I stopped doing intros, because I wasn't happy with the quality of work I was making, and like, I'm too busy right now to really teach myself much more. You can't see it super well, however, you can kind of see the reflection. Yeah, so that was a tutorial on selecting that got pretty advanced, but hope it helped. You learn how to select stuff in Photoshop, and yeah, that's it. Thanks.